Glad to have you with us from Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, as we are set for a showdown in the ReliaQuest Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes... this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
Here's the give off the left side. Plows through the defense. And some room to work. He's off to the races. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
Yeah, and that's not the start you wanted if you're on this defense. Like, you lost last week, looking to bounce back. One thing you can't do, man, give up explosive plays on the ground. This defense has to hunker in, dial in a little bit. Last week was a struggle. Let's get back on track.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. They'll leave it with him. Hard running there. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He's looking to throw it. Going for 6. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end. He's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. From the gun, the running back has it. At the 20, he's got space. The expressway is wide open. The 30. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch him, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here from the offense. The hand to the running back. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
The run to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Give to the running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Wide open downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. The give to the right.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar line. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Power football with the run. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. Can't quite across the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing.
Nothing but green ahead. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still a first down.
Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era...
Just plowing down the field, running toward the tape. Touchdown, Trojans! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up. You get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
They'll ride the hot hand.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Handoff to the lone back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jumpers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first possession.
Running behind that left side. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. A 3rd and long coming up here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
PAT unit on the field. And it's perfect. They march 72 yards, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Out of the end zone. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, 2 quarters in the books in the ReliaQuest Bowl. A couple of teams who have battled their way here looking to bring home some hardware for the trophy case. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the ReliaQuest Bowl.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. We are locked up to start the second half, and guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were really anticipating this game so much. Two very evenly matched teams with a lot of playmakers. We knew this thing could go either way, so for this offense right here, this drive, start off the second half, David, they need to put something together, really put pressure on the opponent.
And the thing I like about bowl games, man, is they're exciting. You go for it more on fourth down, less to lose, not as uptight. So I look for this second half to be fun, to be wild, to be loose.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself.
That's what I love about dime personnel packages, especially on third down, is one, you've got faster guys out there to cover these receivers and these targets, but two, you can rally to the quarterback if he takes off. And yeah, he was able to get a couple of yards, but you're not letting him go to the house, and now you're setting up fourth down.
That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Here comes that Alabama offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Pounded, pounded, pounded. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
Might as well give it to him again.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. This This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run. Showing your physicality. Setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Complete. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning too. That was beautiful.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quinnen Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. The give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Unleashes it on the run. And that pass is caught at the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He caught it. Touchdown, USC. And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing for this offense now moving forward in this game. That last drive is going to pay a big difference.
Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Running to the left. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes a grab enough for the first. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his target down the middle. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. You need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive unit.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
He looks that one in nicely. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Now from inside the red zone. Pulls it in. It's Lindsey. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown time!
Great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Looking to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. Smashes ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And as a defense, you have to be aware. Just because this guy lines up all the way to the right, that doesn't mean he's going to run routes all the way across your face. They lost track of him, and because of that, it was a big explosion.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. He hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Some heat on that completion. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough space. Touchdown Trojans. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
Personal foul.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lanes, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He's going to pass on second down. Chunked it away just as he was hit. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab outside. It's Lindsey. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, and you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to move it through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and all gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
3 consecutive L's, a hat trick of losses, and as a result, you can take their hat out of